Hey guys, what's up? For those of you that don't know me, my name is Crissanna, and if you're new here, then welcome, and if you're an oldie, welcome back. So guys, in today's video, we're going to be testing out two new products by Sephora. So they recently released a bunch of new eyeshadow palettes. So these are called the Sephora Playlist, and I got the Disco Diva one. So this is more of like a mauve tone shade. So this comes with 7 eyeshadows. Second thing I got was the brand new Sephora eye primer. So we're going to be using the eye primer and also the eyeshadow palette today. So I'm going to pull the eyeshadow palette out and show you. So I did swatch this on my hand when I first got it, in these shades, the pigmentation was out of this world. It was so buttery, so smooth, and so creamy. So here is what the palette looks like. So they all come with a mirror. So on Sephora's website, this didn't look as dark as it does in person. I was going to get the more like light pinky tone, but when I looked at it, I'm like, that's just like super fair. Like I'm not going to be able to get any depth. But now I'm thinking I should have definitely got the lighter one. So I'll go ahead and I'll post pictures either right here or right here of all the eyeshadow palettes that Sephora recently launched. I'm definitely new at this whole thing with like adding pictures into the videos and things like that, so bear with me. So I've already got my full face done, so we're first going to jump in with the eyeshadow primer. So for the eye primer on Sephora's website, it says a silky eyeshadow primer that creates a smooth base for a soft focus finish, locking down your shadow and enhancing its vibrancy. It says that it's non-sticky and non-greasy, and then it also says it's a radiant natural matte. So here is what the doe foot looks like. Let's go ahead and start applying. So I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of color out of this. We might get a little bit of color, but let's see. Can definitely see the radiance in it. I very rarely use eyeshadow primers, especially clear ones. So I guess we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to tap this out with a brush. So I'm probably just going to do one eye look for today, and I'm going to start with this shade right here. And you guys, I thought this shade and this shade were so similar. So I'm going to start by blending this right up here above the crease. I mean, I literally just tapped my brush so lightly in the pan and I got tons of pigment. So far, so good with this eyeshadow primer. The shadows seem to be blending over really nicely. I think this is the first time I've ever tried anything from Sephora's brand, and so far I'm really impressed. So you guys know that I have to take the mauve tone shade in this palette, so it's going to be this one right here. I'm taking this on still a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit smaller. And I'm going to start packing this right here on the outer V. I'm picking up very, very little product, and I'm tapping my brush off because I don't want a whole lot of pigment just yet. So I'm not going to be bringing the shade into the crease at all. And then I'm just going to go up around the edges with my brush, just around the purple shade. So now I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm very lightly going to blend this through the crease, just making sure I meet it up with the outer V shade. I'm going to go back into that dark purplish shade. Tapping some more of that right here. So I'm going to start off with the lightest shimmer shade. Okay, yeah, even the lightest shimmer shade in this palette is still pretty dark on me. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing this shimmer shade up as high as this outer V shade, and I'm just going to kind of connect the two. So once again, I'm going back into the deep purple we used. Just tapping some more. Then I'm going to go back in with this shade, and very lightly, I'm just going to run this right up here above the shimmer. For the lower lash line, we're going to pretty much do the same thing that we did on the top. I'm going to take this shade and this shade. First, going in with the lighter shade, I'm just going to run it right here. Then I'm taking the deeper shade on a skinny smudging brush, and I'm going to tuck it right up under the lash line. So really quickly, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do liner and lashes. For the waterline, I am going to take this brown eyeliner by LA Colors. If you guys have never tried the LA Colors gel eyeliners, definitely do it. You can find them at Dollar General and also Walmart. They're $2. They're so creamy, so pigmented, so long lasting, and such a steal. And then when I come back, we'll find something to put on the lips. So for the liner and lipstick, I'm going to be using this one that I've been absolutely loving. They're the ColourPop Lippy Duos. So this has a Brink Lippy Pencil and then a Parker Lippy Sticks. So they're both brown. It just fell out. Go ahead and put it back in, and I'll swatch them so you guys can see. These are so nice, and they're so creamy and long lasting too. And they're both full sizes, which I absolutely love. So there is the lippy liner and the lippy sticks. Literally, you guys, all I can think about right now is the tamales that I have sitting in the fridge. If you guys ever tried tamales, let me know what you think about them. So I usually get chicken tamales, but the place I go to doesn't sell the green sauce, the salsa verde. So they ended up putting the red sauce on, which isn't that great, but the tamales are still really good. Okay guys, so there is the finished look using the new Sephora Disco Diva eyeshadow palette and also using the eyeshadow primer. So what are my thoughts, you guys? I actually really like this eyeshadow primer. Again, it's not really my style because it doesn't cover up the veins on my lids and stuff like that, but I do think it performed really well. So I definitely like this. Now for the eyeshadow palette, I really like this. Now I think I made the mistake of getting a palette that was too dark for me. I definitely expected this to be a little bit lighter, and I couldn't tell on Sephora's website just how dark this actually was. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to pick up the lighter palette, but I really like this, and I like the color story. But overall, I really like these products, and I would probably give them both 10 out of 10 stars. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a close up, and then we'll wrap up with today's video. So if you guys would also like to see me get a couple more of these palettes and test them out, please let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys did end up liking this video, please be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, and please subscribe if you haven't already. If there's anything at all that you guys want to see next, please let me know. But yeah guys, other than that, thank you so much for sitting here and hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.